Today's interview is with Nicky Cullen, a writer and coach, primarily in the business of helping people gain freedom from anxiety, panic attacks, and the associated depression. We asked Nicky about his favorite books for both business and non-business. To this, he replied, "That is such a tough question. I'm going to say The Godfather because I couldn't stop until it was finished. Personal development is a little different. Mark Manson's The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, The Charisma Myth by Olivia Fox-Cabane, and The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins. All these teach invaluable life lessons with added entertainment in the subtle art of not giving a fuck. If I was to write an article listing the top 3 books to help with anxiety that don't have anxiety in the title, these would be them." We asked Nicky if there was a specific moment when something he read in a book helped him. He told us, "I had been suffering from acute anxiety and panic attacks for 5 years without knowing what the hell was wrong with me, while assuming I had every life-threatening disease under the sun. Then, one day, I picked up a book, When Panic Attacks by Anne Tubridy, and read the back. I immediately said to myself, holy shit, that's me. Needless to say, I went straight to the counter and made the purchase." We asked Nicky what books had the biggest impact on him, and he told us, When Panic Attacks by Anne Tubridy, no question. We also asked Nicky, what books would you recommend to youngsters interested in your professional path and why? His response was, "I maintain everything I do was an accident. I accidentally amassed an awful lot of wisdom on a horrible condition. For that reason, I wouldn't recommend my career path." We told Nicky we were interested in finding out more about his reading habits. How often does he read and in what format? He told us, "I use both Kindle and Audible, and I would probably read approximately 60 minutes per day, but I'm not strict. I used to be, but I mix it up so much now that it just kind of happens without me thinking about it." We also asked Nicky how he makes time for reading, and he told us, "I don't carve out any time. It's just part of my lifestyle now and my job." We asked Nicky, "Do you take notes or have any other technique for conquering the torrent of information?" To this question he responded, "No, I'm terrible. I highlight with Kindle and bookmark with Audible so I can go back if need be." We also asked Nicky how he chooses which books to read next. He told us, "I have so many people recommending books, I can never get through them. I have them all on a list and will reference that at the time." We asked Nicky, "Do you prioritize the books recommended by certain people? Is there anyone that you consider a book recommendations guru?" He told us, "Probably my favorite bloggers like Brian Johnson, Mark Manson, and Mel Robbins, or books written by those who have given TED Talks, New York Times bestsellers, and a couple of friends. It all depends on what I want to learn. I also have a subscription to MentorBox, an amazing product where top authors are interviewed and go through the main takeaways from their book." We asked Nicky about the books he is currently reading and what he expects to gain from them. He told us, "I am currently reading 2 books and listening to all. Book number 1 is Sapiens, A Brief History of Humankind by Yuval Noah Harari. Just learning all about our past and our evolution. I'm only 150 pages in, but it's really mind-blowing. Book number 2, Get Your Shit Together by Sarah Knight. Her previous book, The Life-Changing Magic of Not Giving a Fuck, was hilarious, so reading this purely for entertainment. It's not as funny as the first one, so I'll probably drop it. Book number 3, The Mask of Masculinity by Lewis Howes. I recently wrote an article on man's struggle with his mental health. This is a massive problem, and I'm trying to wrap my head around what I think the issue is and get others' perspectives. That's why I'm listening to this." Our last question for Nicky was, "I have many friends who struggle with anxiety and FOMO because of books. So many good books recommended by great people and not enough time in the world. What advice would you give to them?" Nicky's response was, "Oh God, if you're truly enjoying your books, then I don't think you're freaking out. You shouldn't be anyway. I think a lot of people are told you have to read 60 books a year to be successful, so they're stressing themselves to read and not actually enjoying the book as a result. Sounds like a perfectionist mentality. I hate that shit, and sometimes I have that internal battle myself. I am allowed to say, chill out? Speed read if you want to consume faster. Pick a book up, look for the chapters relevant to you, and read only them. And don't be afraid to bin it if you're not enjoying it." This was our interview with Nicky Cullen. If you want to find out more about him and his projects, visit nickycullen.com. You can find all the books mentioned in this interview by clicking the link in the video description. TheCEOLibrary.com is a daily updated library of book recommendations and interviews from the business people we look up to. Thank you.